Good morning, everybody. Kevin from Watch This with Joe and Kevin. It is 3:50 in the morning, and I am here to check out, finally, The Philadelphia Story. Directed by, and I don't know if I'm saying this name right, George Cukor. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, so forgive me if I'm absolutely butchering that. It's quite possible. I've not seen any of his movies before. I took a really brief look at his filmography. I know he directed The Women, which has been highly recommended on Patreon and YouTube, so at some point either I or Joe and I will definitely be watching The Women, especially after checking out Andy Mame. You want to see more Rosalind Russell. Nope, first time watch here. I don't know a lot about this. I know it's a comedy. Obviously, the cast is really stacked with Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn and Jimmy Stewart. I mean, that's a murderer's row of performers right there. So this is a movie that people have been asking us to watch for a long time. I'm glad I'm finally getting to it. I was going to watch it last week, but I didn't get up. My insomnia didn't wake me up quite in time, so I needed to watch something a little bit shorter, which is why I watched Modern Times, which is also on the list. But today I have time to finally fit in The Philadelphia Story. So I'm excited to check this out. Let's get into it. I do want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here with us. Thanks, guys. And give a special shout out to all of our super patrons: AB, Actuarial Lurker, Abolish Foldes, Chris, Derek Peterson, MTC93, Jamie Morgan, Jeff, Christy Goverston, NJ, Sudugunda Varapu, Torgir Lingstad, Trey Contreras, Ware Panda 47, Natasha Norris, and Yannick from Montreal. Thanks so much, guys. Really glad you're here with us. If you would like to see a full-length reaction to this or anything else we're watching, check out the link in the description of our Patreon page. We're way ahead on all the stuff we're watching over there because, editing takes time. You'll have to sync and watch along your own source material due to copyright law, though. My grandmother had a collector's plate that looked exactly like this. I know this is based on a play. I worked on the set for it once when I was in college a long time ago. Okay, I don't recognize any of the other actors, by name at least. And the cast. But I mean, it's a big three. God, the score really kind of sets a mood, doesn't it? There's Cary Grant running away. Cary and Katharine are fighting. All right. I suppose it was good that he didn't slug her. Okay, so Tracy Lord Haven is getting remarried. Wasn't Tracy Lord an exotic film actress?
Tracy! Tracy! How do you spell omelet?
Oh, you.
Mother, how do you spell omelet?
Ommelet.
This stinks.
Don't say stinks, darling. If absolutely necessary, smells, but only if absolutely necessary.
Mother, if I never see Mr. C.K. Dexter Haven again, I'll be... Isn't that awful?
We're friends of your father. We both might face the fact that neither of us have proved to be a very great success as a wife.
We just picked the wrong first husbands, that's all.
Was this scandalous at the time? Divorce was a lot bigger deal.
Now I have my self-respect and no husband.
You almost talk as though you wanted him back. Isn't George an angel?
George is an angel.
Is he handsome or is he not?
George is handsome.
Is Jimmy Stewart George?
George isn't usually late.
He's waiting for us at the stable.
Waiting for... Mother, if I don't choke her before Saturday.
She's so mean about Dexter. Did he really sock her?
Please, Dinah.
Did he really?
I mean, he shoved her down.
Well, the papers were full of innuendo.
Of what?
Of innuendo.
Innuendo?
Cruelty and drunkenness, it said.
Tracy sets exceptionally high standards for herself, that's all. And other people aren't always quite apt to live up to them.
That sounds pretty hard.
Nothing ever possibly in the least ever happens here. How do you get smallpox?
Oh, Dinah, please go.
She wants smallpox to make things more interesting.
This is Uncle Willie's favorite. Complete surrender.
Where'd you get this idiotic thing, anyway? Hey, who takes this anyway, your cook?
Yes.
I love it. It's got pictures of everything.
It certainly has.
Well, how do you like me?
I adore you.
Okay, that is definitely not Jimmy Stewart.
Get it out. They're new.
That's just it. They're new, but they're not going to be. There, that's better.
When I was a coal miner, the idea was to get enough money to buy clean clothes. Now that I'm general manager... Is there anything in there about the wedding?
Okay, so they're really big socialites. Yep.
Lots of people like
Of all
publicity.
the filthy ideas. Coming into a private house with a camera. What do you think of it?
What would happen if I took it into my head someday to go into politics?
You'd be elected president.
I mean about publicity.
Not in my home.
You mean our home, don't you?
I mean, very much our home.
I like I like her, this character.
Whoa, Bessie. Whoa. That's it. Whoa, Bessie. Whoa. Here.
Grab the reins, George, with a left hand.
This is good physical comedy here because that looked actually pretty tough.
Hi-ho, Silva.
Okay, so she definitely does not like public attention.
I'm a writer. I'm not a society snooper. I'm going to tell him just that.
Does he work for the Spy magazine?
Start writing short stories again. That's what I should be doing anyway. I'm going to tell him just that.
Just that.
I don't think you're being fair to me, Mr. Kidd.
No?
No. You're treating me like you treat all your other writers.
You really hate me, don't you, Connor?
No. I don't like you very much, though.
Your assignment will be Spy's most sensational achievement.
Tracy Lord.
So it's like a paparazzo?
The Philadelphia Story. A wedding day inside mainline society.
Or what the kitchen maid saw through the keyhole. No hunter of buckshot in the rear is cagey, crafty Connor, unquote.
Closed job, closed bank account.
Yeah.
How do we get in?
Ask the gentleman to come in.
Okay, I thought I saw him back behind them when they were walking, but I didn't want to say anything because I was like, why would he be there? But he's there.
This gentleman has been employed in our Buenos Aires office. Tracy Lord's brother, Junius, is in the American embassy down there. And he's an old friend of this gentleman's.
Well, this Tracy Lord, she know you?
Yeah.
I'd say Miss Lord and I grew up together.
You might also say you were her first husband.
Thank you.
I remember your honeymoon very well. You and she on a little sailboat.
The wedding's Saturday, today is Thursday. They should spend tomorrow night as guests of the Lords.
Oh, you want to get even with your ex-bride, huh?
Baby, come back. Yeah, so much for he can fire me.
Maybe they'd rather we go around to the servants' entrance, huh?
This is going to go well.
Good morning, Edward.
Why, Mr. Haven, sir. Shall I announce you?
No, I'll go around myself and surprise them. Oh, Edward, these are friends of Mr. Junius's. You might have them wait in the south parlor.
Certainly, Mr. Haven. Excuse me, sir.
This is quite a house.
The south parlor?
Miss Embry, the south parlor.
What's this room? I forgot my compass.
Well, this would be south-southwest parlor by living room.
Don't you know you'd have to be as rich as the Lords to live in a dump like this?
I wouldn't live in it if it paid me.
They won't.
Yeah, I don't know how you'd be comfortable in something that ornate. I don't think I could.
Looks like I run the hawk shop on the side.
It's like every estate sale I've ever been to.
I just look around.
C.K. Dexter Haven.
Yeah, what kind of a name is that anyway? C.K. Dexter Haven. He plays polo. He designs sailboats, class boats, very upper class.
He's out, and Kittredge, man of the people, is in.
Yeah, quite a comer, too, I understand. A political timber. Living room, sitting room, terrace, pool, stables.
That's awesome,
probably so
actually.
they can talk to the horses without having them in the house.
Was this a random call with his eyes closed?
This is the bridal suite. Would you send up a couple of caviar sandwiches and a bottle of beer?
Is this a prank phone call?
One of the servants has been at the sherry again. I better go see.
Yeah.
Dexter!
Crashing his
Kathy.
ex-wife's
He went
wedding.
to South America for 2 years. Don't you know that tomorrow is the wedding?
Oh, that's right, so it is.
You can go right back where you came from.
Can't, Red. Donna says too awful here without me. Hello, you sweet thing. How about the groom?
He's staying at the gatehouse.
Oh, that's good. I suggested representing him as best man.
I'm afraid that George might prefer to have his best man sober. You haven't switched from liquor to dope by any chance, have you, Dexter?
Yes, you don't have to know Macaulay Connor or Elizabeth Embry, do you? You see, they're great friends of Junius's.
And they expect to stay here over the wedding? I think that's very queer indeed.
I do too.
You're lying, Dexter. I can always tell. Took a job in South America. Who for?
A magazine.
And it wasn't by any chance Spy magazine. And I don't suppose the Junius's friends are photographers by any chance.
Yeah, she is all over this.
The withering glance of the goddess.
I didn't think that alcohol would... Oh, shut up.
Maybe he's going to soccer again.
Don't say soft,
Oh my
darling.
God.
Strike is quite an ugly enough word.
Dinah's got a dark streak.
I want them out, and you too.
Yes, could I interest you in some small blackmail?
No.
Well, it's an article. And it's about your father and that dancer in New York.
About Father and Tina Mara?
Okay, so blackmail's the way he gets in.
Where do you get these?
From Sidney Kidd, the editor and publisher.
He's got to be stopped.
Well, he is. That is, if you'll allow those two to turn in a story on your wedding.
Tabloids were a terrible, terrible thing then, too.
Well, Mother, we're hooked.
Are they really reporters?
Not even friends of Junius's.
They aren't anybody's friends.
I'll bet it's on account of Father and that dancer in New York.
Very good. Dinah's a genius, too.
I'm for giving them a picture of home life that'll stand their hair on end.
No, very much ourselves.
But you want us to create a good impression, don't you?
And please, both of you, promise to behave like ladies in front of these creatures.
We'll do our best, Mrs. Lord. I don't know how good that is.
Right. I don't expect Dinah not to come clean at some point. She's gonna crack like a piñata.
And what'll they say about Seth not being here for his own daughter's wedding?
The family will be down to welcome you in a moment.
What with?
With open arms.
But they don't know about us, do they?
Oh, why should they? Look, Haven.
Yeah, he didn't lie. He didn't answer that.
Seth Lord, C. Bankers Annual, Directory of Directors. Was there a library in town?
Yes.
Now, about this girl. Oh, what's her leading characteristic?
She has a horror of men who wear their hats in the house.
The young, rich, rapacious American female. No other country where she exists.
The American female? Yeah, probably just America.
How do you do? I am Dinah Lord. My real name is Diana, but my sister changed it.
Macaulay Connor.
Oh, chantez de Beauvoir. Oh, chantez de belle votre connaissance. Can you play the piano? I can.
I like how he's recoiling from her. I love this kid.
Lydia, oh Lydia, say have you met Lydia? Oh Lydia, the head Lydia.
What is this?
Lydia, that encyclopedia.
Idiot
oh, Lydia, the queen.
Oh my God.
Oh, j'espère bien que ce n'est pas le smallpox.
The smallpox?
Mais oui, va dire
So they are playing the smallpox line. Well, she is a whirlwind.
And say that little sister of
Isn't
yours.
she, dear? So talented. It's a pity none of the male members of the family are going to be here to welcome you. I do hope you'll stay for my wedding.
We'd like to very much.
Well, that was our idea.
I'm so glad. What a cunning little camera.
I'm afraid I'm an awful nuisance with
But you couldn't be. I hope you'll take loads. Dear Papa and Mama aren't allowing any reporters in. Can you imagine a grown-up man having to sink so low?
Not bad.
You're a kind of, writer, aren't you, Mr. Connor?
Sort of.
English history. It's always fascinated me. Cromwell, Robin Hood, Jack the Ripper.
Oh, I had a little high school in South Bend, Indiana.
South Bend.
Yeah, it was terrific.
I'm so glad.
No, I didn't mean it that way.
I'm so sorry. Why?
I think it'd be weird being a high school kid in a college town.
Are either of you married?
No.
You mean you were, but now you're divorced.
Well, the fact
Well,
is...
come now, Miss Embry. Surely you're not ashamed of it.
Well, of course I'm not ashamed of it.
Well, good heavens, Liz, you never told me anything.
You never asked me.
Well, I know, but you...
Joe Smith, hardware.
Oh, so she was married to Joe Smith.
This is your first visit in Philadelphia, filled with relics. And how old are you, Mr. Connor?
She's really taking shots on a lot of passive aggression.
Are you going together?
Well, that is an odd question, I
After all.
must say.
That was very effectively done.
You don't suppose she caught on somehow?
No, she was born that way. Now, don't let her throw you.
My little girl. She's going to leave me. Look at the way she wears her hair, Tracy. Isn't it pretty? I do wish my husband could be here to greet you, but we expect him presently.
I've some lovely presents, don't you think so, Mr. Connor?
Hello, everybody.
Maybe they should watch it from Stealing Things.
I didn't get the name.
Connor.
Macaulay Connor.
He's a writer.
Oh, you don't apologize. Ah, I guess this must be love, huh?
Your guess is correct, Mr. Connor.
I'm just his faithful old dog, Trey.
How sweet.
Say, I'd like to see one of those, Miss Embry.
You will.
Oh my God, she's not subtle.
Papa!
What?
Oh, we're recasting family members now.
Get here in time for lunch.
How are you, Mr. Lord?
Oh, that's fine, thank you. How are you? How do you do?
Nice.
Another place for luncheon, Edward.
Very good, madam.
How many did you just drink there? I didn't notice.
Remove yourself.
How are you, sir?
I don't know. Get along, get along.
How are you, Haven?
Just Damon and Pythias.
No, Grant and Lee. You don't look as well as when I last saw you, Kittredge. Oh, you poor fellow, I know just how you feel.
Oh my God. There's so much passive aggression going on here.
You don't look old enough to get married. Not even the first time, then you never did. Sometimes for your own sake, Red, I think you should have stuck to me longer.
I thought it was for life,
Whoa.
but the nice judge gave me a full pardon.
They grew up together.
Well, let's go have the most uncomfortable lunch ever.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Your father.
Oh no.
Uncle Willie. Please go on into lunch, everyone. I want a word with Uncle Willie.
God, this is such a mess.
Afraid I don't understand.
You never have, but you came anyway, didn't you?
Who's on the spot?
We are, thanks to you.
Yeah, that's true. It is his fault. All of this is his fault.
How long will you be researching?
Well, not long if I can find the right books. It's family history and stuff like that.
What is the wish?
I'm looking for some local biography or history.
If thee will consult with my colleague in there.
Dost thou have a washroom?
And he thinks the rich people are pretentious. That's a good angle.
Look, I know this is a public library, but I would... Hello.
What, couldn't you afford to buy my book?
The bookstore didn't have one. Why, Connor, they're almost poetry. I can't make you out at all now.
Yeah, she's expecting a tabloid journalist.
You talk so big and tough, and then you write like this. I believe you put the toughness on to save your skin. I know a little about that.
Yeah.
Tell Mr. Kittredge we'll meet him at the pool.
Yes, Miss Tracy.
The story called With the Rich and Mighty. I think I liked it best.
With the rich and mighty, always a little patience.
That's apropos.
A little too rough?
A little. But I'm used to it.
When you can do a thing like that, Book, how can you possibly do anything else?
Yeah.
You know, that book of mine represents 2 solid years' work. And it netted Connor something under $600. Hey, you've really got something here.
Where?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. The dressing rooms are over here. Use any old one, but I think you'll find most of the junk in there.
It's a pretty nice little pool house there, along with, everything else they own.
I have the most wonderful little house in Unionville. And I'd be so happy to know that it was of some real use to someone. There's a brook and a small lake. Well, anyhow, I'm so delighted that I can offer it to you.
That's actually a really nice offer, yeah.
Look, if he comes here, stand by, will you? I'd never come except when expressly asked to.
I would take it, yeah.
Well, you see, the idea of artists depending upon a patron Lady Bountiful has more or less gone out.
I'm sorry to have seemed patronizing.
Oh, well, now,
Please
look,
don't bother, really.
I didn't mean...
Orange juice? Certainly.
Don't tell me you've forsaken your beloved whiskey and whiskies.
How about you, Mr. Connor? You drink, don't you? Alcohol, I mean.
Oh, a little.
I thought
Yeah.
all writers drank to excess and beat their wives. You know, one time I think I secretly wanted to be a writer.
Oh my God.
Would you mind doing something for me?
Anything, what?
Get the heck out of here. Oh, no. Please don't go, Mr. Connor.
Oh, no. Please don't go, Mr. Connor. Astonishing what money can do for people. Don't you agree, Mr. Connor? Now, take Tracy, for example. There's never a blow that hasn't been softened for her.
Oh my
You're
God.
far and away your favorite person in the world.
Dexter, in case you don't know
Of course, Mr. Connor. She's a girl who's generous to a fault.
I would hate to be the third party in this conversation.
For instance, she never had any understanding of my deep and gorgeous thirst.
That was your problem.
You were no helpmate there. You were a scold.
It was disgusting. It made you so unattractive.
She finds human imperfection unforgivable.
Yeah,
that
I'm
of a kind
curious
of
too.
high priest to a virgin goddess.
I would run from this conversation,
I never
yeah.
considered you as that, nor myself.
And the night that you got drunk on champagne and climbed out on the roof, and stood there, naked. I read you were going to marry Kittredge. I couldn't believe it. That's why I'm here. How in the world could he even think of it?
Because he's everything you're not. And I love him as I never even began to love you.
Wow.
And perhaps it offends my vanity to have anyone who was even remotely my wife remarry so obviously beneath her.
Yeah, this guy is such a snob.
But whatever he is, Toots, you'll have to stick. He'll give you no out as I did.
Yeah, this is back when men had to approve of their wives' divorces.
You seem quite contemptuous of me all of a sudden.
Never of you.
Of what?
I'm contemptuous of something inside of you you either can't help or make no attempt to. Your prejudice against weakness, your blank intolerance. Because you'll never be a first-class human being or a first-class woman until you've learned to have some regard for human frailty.
I like that. That's actually really good.
This goddess must and shall remain intact.
Well, I suppose I should object to this twosome.
That's
Yeah.
most objectionable. I left your little wedding present. Sorry I hadn't any ribbon to tie it up with.
So is he leaving?
Aren't you swimming?
We haven't time. Uncle Willie wants us at 8.
Which one?
Look what your friend considers a wedding present.
We sailed her down the coast of Maine and back the summer we were married. My, she was yar.
Yar.
It means, easy to handle, quick to the helm, fast, bright.
Sounds like she's describing herself.
Well, I'm gonna build you an ivory tower with my own 2 hands.
Like fun you are.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like her. Is she tired of being the idle rich? I think it would grow tiresome. I know we all dream of it. I dream of it too, but I think it would grow tiresome.
You don't really mind him, do you? I mean, the fact of him.
Fact of him? What do you mean?
That she's divorced.
We ever were...
I don't believe he ever was, Tracy. Well, you're like some marvelous, distant, well, queen, I guess. There's a kind of beautiful purity about you, Tracy, like a statue.
Oh man, he's basically echoing all of the criticisms that Dexter levied on her. Oh my god, this is really good writing.
I don't want to be worshipped. I
Yeah.
want to be loved. Really loved.
But that goes without saying, Tracy.
I don't know why worshipped would be first. I think this idea for
George.
purity and self-righteousness while she's wearing all white is really great. That was a really great pair of scenes back to back.
You're Uncle Willie's guest of honor. You mustn't be late.
I have a feeling he'll take that ring tomorrow and go right through center with it.
Almost as amusing as the sight of you with your arm around Mother.
But I insist that we inform Connor and the camera lady that we're all aware of their purpose here.
That is all alcohol, by the way.
It'd look better coming from me, don't you think, as at least the titular head of the family? Keep that note out of your voice, Tracy. It's very unattractive.
Oh, you've got a heck of a nerve to come back here in your best head of the family manner and make stands and as if you'd done nothing at all.
Which happens to be the truth. What most wives fail to realize is that their husband's philandering has nothing whatever to do with them.
Oh my god.
I suppose the best mainstay a man can have as he gets along in years is a daughter. The right kind of daughter. I think a devoted young girl gives a man the illusion that youth is still his. Because without her, he might be inclined to go out in search of his youth. Full of foolish, unquestioning, uncritical affection.
None of which I've got.
None.
Oh, so it's his daughter's fault that he has affairs.
You have everything it takes to make a lovely woman except the one essential, an understanding heart.
It's the exact same criticism. Everyone's just being awfully mean to the bride this weekend.
Well, I'm to blame for Tina Ma.
Yeah,
am I?
exactly.
To a certain extent, I expect you are.
You coward.
But better that than a prig or a perennial spinster.
This guy sucks.
What's the matter with everyone all at once, anyhow?
She may be self-righteous, but her dad sucks a lot.
My first party and about time. Can I have a cocktail?
Certainly not.
Mr. and Mrs. Lord, Miss Embry and I have something on our mind. Well, we'd like to say something.
I'm all ears and eyes.
You're supposed to be married.
Oh, champagne, I've never had enough.
You will tonight.
I am Seth Lord.
No. Then that makes you...
Available.
You are Miss Embry of Spy Magazine.
I can tell there's something in the air because I'm being taken away.
What's the matter with Tracy?
You tell me, will you? If you ever happen to find out.
I'll tell you.
With the rich and mighty.
Always a little patience.
Everybody has character flaws, myself included. I don't understand why everyone's choosing the day before her wedding to, like, launch them in her face like rockets. It's terrible. That speech from her dad was wild, though, right? Maybe if you were a more loving daughter, I wouldn't be out cheating on my wife. Oh, this looks really good.
Time it is?
Filmed really
It's
well.
after 4. I'm going home after this dance.
There was a Chinese poet who was drowned while trying to kiss the moon in the river.
I'm sorry, Connor. We're going home after this dance.
Oh, now you can't do that to me. Not a friend of old Junior's.
Hello, you.
Hello.
Hey, you look fine.
I feel fine.
Good.
Yeah, she's not used to being this intoxicated.
Let's have another drink. Or would Kittredge spank?
That's not what you were saying.
Why do you wish your brother was here? Does he like Kittredge?
Everybody likes Kittredge.
Everybody likes Kittredge.
I think Kittredge seems like a nice enough guy.
Connor, you're thirsty and the night is young.
Here we are, dear.
We're going to have just one more drink before we go
Not
to...
you, I'm afraid, dear.
Why should you be afraid, George?
Now, look here,
What
Tracy.
he really wants, George, is another dance with you.
Well, look, George, if it's that much of a chore,
Not
just...
for me!
Oh, no, you don't, Connor. You've been too attentive as it is.
I don't know how this ends, but I don't think she's going to get married to Kittredge.
You're leaving us, George?
Rather, but I'll be back.
Go on, darling. Champagne.
It's quite a party.
Take me to the C.K. Dexter Haven mansion.
Mr. Haven?
C.K. Dexter Haven! C.K. Dexter Haven! Oh, C.K. Dexter Haven!
I was at a wedding once where they had a chauffeur and a limo for everyone back and forth to the party. It was nuts.
It's called Champagne. Champagne is a great leveler.
Don't tell me the party's over so soon.
No, I just felt like talking to you.
At 4 a.m.
Oh, I wonder if I might borrow a drink.
Certainly. Coles to Newcastle. Excuse me.
He's being awfully nice, just entertaining this completely wasted guy in the middle of the night.
What's it, my book?
Yes?
C.K. Dexter Haven, you have unsuspected depth.
Well, I was trying to stop drinking. I read anything.
And did you stop drinking?
Yes. Your
Oh.
book didn't do it, though.
Are you still in love with her? Liz thinks you are. But of course women like to romanticize about things.
He plays drunk really well. The numb face he's kind of killing this.
You know, Tracy's no ordinary woman. And you said some things to her this afternoon I resented. She's sort of like a...
A goddess?
No, you said that word this afternoon. No. She's sort of like a queen.
Is Macaulay falling in love with her?
Kittredge appreciates Kittredge. He's a 5-cent edition of Sidney Kidd. Oh, gone it, C.K. Dexter Haven. Either I'm gonna sock you or you're gonna sock me. Yeah, Kidd's just using you like he uses everybody else.
Yeah, that guy does suck.
No mean Machiavelli is smiling, cynical Sidney Kidd.
I suppose you never heard about Kidd's little arrangement in Kansas City?
No.
In San Francisco. The true story on that little John would ruin him.
What would happen to you if I use this stuff?
Why?
You see,
Yeah.
Kidd is holding a dirty piece on Trace's father. This might stop him.
Oh, so that's how Kidd got you to... That's
Yeah.
how Liz and I were gotten in. You use it with my blessings. I'm cooked, I'm through anyway. I'm not gonna hand in a story on this wedding.
Boston.
The time. May 1938, the place, Boston.
A lot of dirt on this guy.
Was at that very moment entertaining this South Carolina Mata Hari on his yacht.
We've come for the body of Macaulay Connor.
So glad you came. Can you use a typewriter?
Oh, thanks. I have one at home.
That's good.
Where's Kittredge?
His bride just dropped him at the gatehouse after a slight explosion.
You look beautiful, Red. Come on in.
Why?
No particular reason.
Yeah, the
A
whole
drink,
gang's
maybe?
here.
Show Liz to a typewriter and stand back.
Can she do it?
She can and she will. Going my way, miss?
Miss Goddess to you.
Okay, Miss Goddess to me.
Oh, well, I guess neither one of these two should be driving. God, the sun should be coming up at some point here. So awfully close to the edge of the water there. It's a wonderful life.
Do you hear a telephone ring?
I did a little while ago.
It's my bedroom telephone. Perhaps I'd better go and see what...
Well done there.
It isn't ringing anymore. Let's have a quick swim to brighten us up. Did you enjoy the party?
Sure. Awash with champagne was Will Q. Tracy's Pleasure Dome.
Tracy, Tracy, Samantha.
I would not enjoy that if I was intoxicated.
Can't marry that guy.
I'm going to. Then the fault's with me.
Well, maybe so, but all the same, now you can't do it.
No?
No.
Snob. You're the worst kind there is, an intellectual snob.
That is true. He's an intellectual snob.
The time to make up your mind about people is never.
You're quite a girl, aren't you?
You think?
Yeah, I know.
Thank you, Professor. I don't think I'm exceptional. You're so much thought and so little feeling, Professor.
Oh, I am I?
Yes, you am, are you? I should think that of all people, a writer would need tolerance. First-rate writer or a first-rate human being until you've learned to have some small regard for human
Oh, wow. Right. Her words are... she's throwing those words right back. That's the words I meant.
I never knew such a man.
You wouldn't be likely to, dear, not from where you sit.
Talk about arrogance.
You're wonderful. The magnificence that comes out of your eyes and your voice and the way you stand there and the way you walk.
She is quite lovely.
I don't seem to be made of bronze.
No, you're made out of flesh and blood.
Shut up, shut up. Oh, Mike, keep talking, talk, will you? Has your mind taken hold again, dear Professor?
It's really all I am to you, is it?
Of course, Professor.
Are you sure?
Why, yes, of course.
I honestly, early on, halfway through this movie, did not see this going this way at all.
Can't be anything like love, can it?
No, it mustn't be. It can't.
Would it be inconvenient?
Terribly.
Yeah, really inconvenient. Nice visual of them running away together. Honestly, I thought from the beginning the whole movie is going to be about Dexter getting her back.
Well, home after a hard day's blackmailing. When are you going to telephone Kid?
Time to get him here for the wedding. I can still tear it up.
No. Mike's only chance to ever become a really fine writer is to get fired.
That's really nice of her.
Why don't you take a swim? Tracy and I always took a swim after a party.
I'll have to try it with Mike sometime.
Why don't you marry him?
He's still got a lot to learn.
Suppose another girl came along in the meantime.
It'd scratch your eyes out, I guess.
Oh my God, this is getting worse.
Unless she was going to marry somebody else the next day.
Okay. So she knows what's going on.
Hey! What are you doing here? Oh, I'm a friend of the family's. Just dropped in for a chat.
Now, don't try to be funny. I asked you a question. Well, I telephoned Tracy and her phone didn't answer. I was worried, so I walked over from the gatehouse.
What do you think of this fellow Connor? Or do you? Kittredge, I'd advise you to go to bed.
No, I don't want your advice. I'm staying right here. What's that?
Oh, it's Mac, the night watchman. Always singing, Mac is.
I love the fact he's actually trying to cover for them.
Somewhere.
This would have been right after The Wizard of Oz, right?
Not wounded, sir, but dead.
Seems the minute she hit the water, the wine hit her.
Hello, Dexter. Hello, George. Hello, Mike.
Oh, wow.
Good night, little man.
What a mess.
How are the mighty fallen? You don't believe it, then?
Believe what? I got eyes. I got imagination, haven't I?
Now, you won't be too hard on her, will you?
I'll make up my own mind what I'll be.
Well?
Why, you... Say, listen, what right have you...
A husband. Still tomorrow, Kittredge.
Now, look, if you think
I know. I'm sorry. But I thought I'd better hit you before he did.
Yeah. It probably wouldn't have stopped.
Doggone. I thought it might have been Mr. Kittredge.
Well, we can't have everything, Mac.
Well, Dinah, I don't know how much she caught there. Probably all of it from the look of her face.
Tracy. Good grief, man. Don't scream at me at the top of your voice like that.
Uncle Willie!
Don't yell.
Uncle Willie! I had to be alone with you, and this is very intimate.
Is she going to give him the whole story? I don't know what he would do about it. Any of it.
Uncle Willie, isn't my duty to tell George?
He might want to marry her anyway.
But she can't.
Apparently the little cherub has heard or seen something. I must say you have a certain amount of cheek walking in here on this of all mornings.
Yeah.
Do I? What's all this about Mr. Connor, Dinah? What's the matter? Did the party last night give you bad dreams?
It wasn't any dream.
What ho, the bride.
Yeah, I bet she feels great too. Yeah.
Tracy,
It's like a vampire movie.
is everybody fine?
No.
That's fine. I don't know what's the matter with me. I must have had too much sun yesterday. My eyes don't open properly.
Really?
Ugh, blowing that pipe in her face. Yeah.
Aren't you here early, Uncle Willie?
It's nearly 12:30.
Only I wonder what this might be.
That looks terribly like a wristwatch.
But whose? I found it in my room. I nearly stepped on it. But you weren't at the party.
Wasn't I?
What, were you?
Oh, now, don't tell me you don't remember.
I do, now.
That's good.
Oh, you should have taken a quick swim when you got home.
A swim. A swim.
Is it coming back to her now?
There, now they're open.
That was just the beginning.
I know a formula that's said to pop the pennies off the eyelids of dead Irishmen.
Nice. Old school hangover cure.
I did have the funniest dream about you last night.
Did you?
I dreamed I got up and went over to the window. It was Mr. Connor, with his both arms full of something. And guess what it turned out to be?
What?
You. It was sort of like as if you were coming from the pool.
Yeah, put it together.
And you were sort of crooning.
I never crooned in my life.
And he just sailed right into your room with you and peeked in to make sure you were all right. You were. He was gone by then. And in a little while I heard the minister say, "I, these two should not be united in holy matrimony." I just wouldn't know what to do.
I'm glad you came back.
Why, thank you, child.
Truly sorry I'm a disappointment to you.
I never said that, daughter.
You got really close. No, just that you're unloving and drove me to sleep with other women.
Ah, hello, Donna.
How do you do? Don't worry, I'm going.
Why should you?
Only remember, it's getting late.
Yeah.
You all right?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Why shouldn't I be? I had a simply wonderful evening. I hope you enjoyed it, too.
I enjoyed the last part of it.
Oh, you mean the swim? I did swim. And so forth, didn't we?
Yeah, and so forth.
What can I say to you? Tell me, darling.
Not anything. Don't say anything, and especially not darling.
And you're going through with it, huh?
Why shouldn't I? I said a lot of things last night, it seems.
Also, no regrets about last night, huh? No, Tracy, you're wonderful.
You don't know what I mean. I'm asking you. Tell me straight out. Tell me the reason why I should have.
What happened with your wristwatch?
Why is it broken?
Must have lost it someplace.
There, on the table.
That is quite a hat.
No, just give Mr. Kittredge a message.
Is Kittredge even going to show up? He seemed pretty upset.
You seen Kid?
No, I left a copy of it at my house for him, though.
Yeah?
Well, I'll have it out with him after the wedding.
Tracy's going to be having the weirdest day ever, no matter what happens.
Doctor's orders, Red. Just the juice of a few flowers.
Oh, Dexter, I've done the most terrible thing to you.
To me?
You don't know. But you must. You got to. I couldn't stand it if you didn't.
Why do I come into it anymore?
George.
George.
I've got to tell him. Look, George, I don't care whether it's bad luck or not, but I've got to see you for a minute before the wedding. He sent a note over at 10 o'clock.
Good. I told you he'd come to his senses.
Was he here, too?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm such an unholy mess of a girl.
I mean, kinda.
Not if I live to be 100, will I ever forget how you tried to stand me on my feet again today.
What did you think of my wedding present?
It was beautiful.
She was quite a boat, the true love, wasn't she? My, she was yar.
She was all right. Where is she now?
I'm gonna sell it to Roof Watrous. When you're through with the boat, you're through.
Best 2 days you own a boat are the day you buy it and the day you sell it.
Well, I'm designing another one anyway. Along more practical lines.
I don't know anything anymore.
Definitely a good night for some soul searching.
Now, no games, Dexter. George will be right over. I just telephoned. Here's a note he sent you this morning. Oh, by the way, Dexter, they telephoned from your house that a Mr. Sidney Kidd was there. I was to tell you that he's reading it.
Well read. I'm afraid it's the deadline.
So is this. Listen. My dear Tracy, your conduct last night was so shocking to my ideals of womanhood that my attitude toward you and the prospect of a happy and useful life together has been changed materially. Your breach of common decency
Tracy, all these people.
certainly entitles me to a full explanation before going through with our proposed marriage. Otherwise, with profound regrets and all best wishes, yours very sincere. Thank you so very much for your good wishes at this time. You better just say good riddance, George.
It isn't easy, you know.
I don't see why.
On the very eve of your wedding, an affair with another man.
It may interest you to know that this so-called affair consists of exactly 2 kisses and a rather late swim, and promptly returned down here to you two, which doubtless you'll remember.
Doubtless, without a doubt.
Why? Was I so unattractive, so distant?
Oh my God.
I think men are wonderful.
The little dears.
I fail to see the humor in this situation, Miss Embry. You'd had too much to drink, Tracy.
That seems to be the consensus.
Will you promise me never to touch the stuff again?
No, George.
Yeah.
I don't believe I will.
But a man expects his wife to...
To behave herself naturally.
To behave herself naturally.
Dexter's really enjoying this.
Well, it didn't take much imagination.
Not much, perhaps, but just of a certain kind.
It seems you didn't think anything too well of yourself.
Somehow I'd have hoped that you'd think better of me than I did.
I get him being mad, though. I would have been mad, too.
Mr. Sidney Kidd is here. He says he knows you. Oh, he sent you the strangest message. He said, tell Haven he wins.
Mr. Sidney Kidd's presence here makes the marriage of national importance.
Well, I think it's extremely kind and thoughtful of him. Come on, Tracy, it must be late. Let's let bygones be bygones. What do you say?
Goodbye, George.
Yeah.
And I'd make you most unhappy, most.
I think that's true, actually.
All right.
Okay, I take it back. George doesn't suck. It is completely fair of him being upset that she kissed another guy.
Oh, my sainted aunt.
Yeah, you gotta go shut this down now.
That welter of faces.
I got you into this thing, and I'll get you out of it. Will you marry me, Tracy?
What?
No, Mike.
Okay, good.
Thanks, but
Listen, I've never asked a girl to marry me before in my life. I've avoided it.
because I don't think Liz would like it.
I agree.
And I'm even a little doubtful about myself.
But they're in there. They're waiting.
So?
Don't get too conventional all at once, will you?
Yeah.
There'll be a reaction.
Mother. We've seen George. It's all right, dear. Your father will make a very simple announcement.
Whatever it is, I'll say it. I won't be got out of anything anymore, thanks.
Oh, good for her. I would totally let my dad go out and take this bullet.
I'm terribly sorry to have kept you waiting, but there's been a slight hitch in the proceedings.
Peace, it's wonderful.
Dexter, what next?
Here, put this ring in your vest pocket.
Don't have a vest.
And hold in your hand. But I hope to make it up to you by going through with it now as originally planned.
But I hope to make it up to
Okay. Wow, what a roundabout way we got here.
you. Dexter, are you sure?
Not the least bit risky, will you?
You bet. Dexter, I'll be yours now. I'll promise to be
Be
yours.
whatever you like. You're my redhead. You all set? Best man?
Honored, CK.
Yeah, he punched me in the face this morning.
You'd better tell Mr. Dutton to start the music.
Oh, this can't be happening. It just can't. But come with me, Miss Embry.
Tracy, darling.
I love you, Father.
I love you too, Tracy.
Never in my life have I been so full of love before.
Oh, she had quite a night.
How do I look?
Like a queen, like a goddess.
Like a human being.
I still don't like that guy. Kind of curious how Liz and Mike get along after all of this.
I did it all.
Because I lived through all this before in another life.
That was nice. There were a lot of twists and turns in that I didn't see coming. I'm not going to lie. From the setup at the beginning, I felt like this was going to be a story where Cary Grant shows up, where Dexter shows up, and through whatever kind of subterfuge and revelations that happen, he gets his wife back. Which, in a roundabout way happened, but there were enough twists and turns in there that I was like, oh, never mind. I did not see a relationship with Macaulay happening, but I thought for quite a chunk of that we were starting to head that way. So yeah, the writing was really, really solid in that. Great performances all the way around. There was a lot of charm to it. Dexter, clearly a smart guy. I pretty early on, after he came back, after their fight at the pool, lost the sense that he was there to get her back at all. And so I felt like he was just kind of there to be a fly in the ointment, and ultimately to maybe just kind of help Tracy out. Because he felt like she was marrying the wrong guy. But I completely was bamboozled away from the idea that the right way was going to be back to him. Like, I thought, okay, he's not really here to get her back. He's just here to... I felt like maybe he kind of owed her, or felt like he owed her for the obviously tumultuous marriage that they had, and was kind of doing her a solid. But no, he was there to get her back, and it worked. And I like the fact that it wasn't telegraphed. There's we're watching more romantic comedies now, but like any genre film, there's so many of them that are just formulaic. I mean, anytime you're trying to pigeonhole your work into a genre, there's going to be some possibility of being overly formulaic with it. We've been able to enjoy some romantic comedies, When Harry Met Sally, You've Got Mail, so forth, that are exceptional because they're not formulaic. They don't really follow that type of, they will, oh wait, maybe they won't, oh no, wait, yes they will, formula that you expect. But this one was actually genuinely surprising. I wish, there were more rom-coms that kind of did this thing where there was enough subterfuge in terms of where the direction of the story is actually going, rather than the predictability of it all. And again, that's not a criticism of rom-coms. Every genre film seems to follow those, right? We all know where horror movies go. We all know where action movies go. We all know where comedies go. They're exceptional standouts in all of those categories, and I love them to death. But you've really got to wade through a lot of the same story over and over again to find the ones that really stand out. This is clearly one of the ones that really stands out. Just like in every other genre, I think most slasher movies are really bad, so I don't watch many of them. Then there's Halloween. They're really, really good ones that stand out on their own, regardless of what the derivatives are. They kind of come out, in flood the world in the same way, right? There's a million shark movies, but there's only one Jaws, including the Jaws sequels. But as a rom-com, this was really well done. There was a lot of misdirection. It was really clever. I was completely fooled multiple times by the direction that the story was actually going. And of course, it ended up in a place that you can expect from a romantic comedy, but it got there in a way that I was pleasantly fooled and surprised, and it didn't feel like anything was too tropish at all, including any of the characters. Really exceptional stuff, really well done. Appreciate it, guys. I'll catch you soon on the next one.